Hey guys, welcome back to Phantom Sage Powers, where we discuss heroes, villains, and the Dawn. We have reached X-Force number 8, and we're joining the hunt right now. Come to bed. Don't be such an impatient boy. I'm just cleaning up. But what if I want you dirty? You wouldn't make me beg, would you? To hurry? I might. I might make you beg. Please. I need you. That's more like it. I'm ready for you now, Minister. Surprised? Me too, because you've stolen something of mine, and now your luck is about to turn. Lose the weapon, hold your hands high. I can't exactly lose the weapon when I am the weapon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to strike down some pro-mutant legislation before it ever makes it to the floor of the Commons. Oh, no. Help me. Help. You chose the wrong side, Minister. You're a traitor to your own... Oh, look. We match. Hypermusculature, oversized adrenal glands, reinforced bones, explosive putty in the teeth. She's indeed biologically equivalent to the other assassins, with one notable exception. Whereas the others had your skin grafted onto them to avoid detection when entering the island's perimeter, this woman has your very DNA woven into her. There's a common rule of the casino when you're playing craps or roulette. Don't put all your chips in one place. This is one lost gamble, in other words. I think you're right. There will undoubtedly be more of them. Of you. Not too many more. Why would you say that? I found this today, on krakoa. My whole life I've found four-leaf clovers constantly. Only 1 in 10,000 plants have 4 leaflets. Wherever I live, they grow. And wherever I go, I find them, sometimes hundreds a day. But it's been a while. It's as if killing her brought a bit of me back. The assassin breached krakoa because of me. Mutant and human lives were lost because of me. The X gene has become weaponized because of me. When I sit still, my anxieties speed up. So I don't sit still. As long as I'm moving, the shadow-stained worries and doubts can't multiply. When I swim, my ears deafen to all noise except the heart knocking in my chest. But eventually, I have no choice but to face what's waiting for me on the surface. Duce. Here we go again. Neither of us can sleep. They say the island provides peat. Maybe we should ask it for some sort of sleeping draught? Do you ever think about another kind of sleep? Sure. Yeah. I could just keep swimming. We could just keep swimming. And then I would go over the metal, and I would hold you, and let the deep swallow us up. We'd come back new, refreshed, unburdened by all of these scars and terror. Sounds nice. But no. I know it feels wrong. But there is something right on the other side of it. We could resurrect without that part of us. We wouldn't have to remember. But I want to remember. I need to remember. Domino, this is Sage. I've got something you should see. Do you ever sleep? Asks the woman who never sleeps. Take a look. This happened a few hours ago in St. Petersburg. This guy walks right past the guarded perimeter, right up to the Krakoan gate, and nobody tries to stop him. Then he gives the gate a little push, like he's trying to test it, to see if it will let him through. Looks like we shop for skin at the same store. The question is, did that guy just get lucky, sneaking past the soldiers? Or are they working together? Your clover gave me an idea. The multifoliate trait is often triggered by environmental factors, like you and your luck. We can assume at this point that another flesh factory is pumping out bodies, and if we're going to find it, this might just be the clue we need. The 4-leaf clover makes the shape of a square. The 3-leaf clover makes the shape of a triangle. These are uncommonly tidy organic features and easy shapes to sensitize a scan to. When I quantum program the satellite feeds, I find a massive proliferation of 4-leaf clover here in Russia, in a long, thin patch along the Trans-Siberian train tracks. A mobile unit. I guess they learned after the Korean lab attack that it's harder to hit a moving target. But let's just pause for a moment because, seriously? How the hell did you do that, Sage? Just lucky, I guess. The authority of the Quiet Council has agreed that Krakoa would benefit from a gathering place for its citizens. This will encourage a sense of community, social play, stress relief, and mutant reproduction. Feedback has been solicited for the Council's consideration. Some notable suggestions are included below. Gambit strongly advocates for a treetop casino. His quote in favor of this? "Ooh-ee, I thought you'd never ask. Now I know a thing or three about gambling me. This one time, back in Louisiana, me and T-Boy, we turned this river barge into quite the slick operation. You could throw down cards, or you could fix a plate and drink a drink, or border the night away." Apocalypse tried to dismiss the proposal as
frivolous, base, irrelevant.
Forge put forward a 500-page architectural draft for a juice bar and gym that he suggests we call Hot Squats. He has used his biotech to develop exercise equipment, including big balls filled with salt water that will, in his words, get you ripped as shit. You want the world to follow us? Give them a hot ass to chase. Black Tom's opinion was solicited. He said, "Oh, we already built that." When he was asked to elaborate on what exactly he or we built, he said, "The things you're talking about, we built it." Questions followed about the when and what and the where and how of it all, to which he responded, "We always do our best thinking when we're on the throne. So this morning, after tea, we were dropping a deuce, understand? And there it is, in our heads, the whole glorious vision. And once it's in our heads, it's good as done." He again was asked to elaborate and said, "The Green Lagoon, of course. The world's greatest tiki bar. Come on, let us show you." Under bylaws, make more mutants. This is your country, Pete. I need your help.
Russia is not my country, Domino. Not anymore. Krakoa is home.
If Krakoa is home, then help me defend it.
Now every gate in Russia is surrounded by tanks and soldiers.
So we'll stuff a seedling in a suitcase and smuggle it in by rail.
I don't want to go, Nina. But I won't deny you if you feel you need me.
If I don't have luck on my side, then a big, sweet bulldozer is the next best thing. Sage said we'd have a minute before the trains aligned. Maybe less.
Maybe less. You got me?
I got you. You know what I just realized? Ever since I escaped that lab, I haven't stopped moving. And ever since the Marauders extracted you, you haven't moved. This is your first time off the island, Colossus.
I wish I could tell you that it feels good, that it feels right to be outside the wire. But right now I can't help but feel I've seen enough. Blood.
What is this? Some kind of plasma tank?
I don't see a knob on the door, but luckily, I carry the key.
It's like you punched us through a mirror, and now I'm staring at my shattered reflection. I'm the product of a top-secret government breeding program. Their aim was to create the perfect weapon, and I was considered a failure. Now here I am, a case study and petri dish for this next-gen flesh factory.
Domino!
No. Dominoes. And when you stack a bunch of dominoes beside each other, it's impossible to resist. Giving them a shove. Watching them topple and crash. When I come back, I want to keep it all. All the pain. I want to remember everything. Do you promise me, Peter? I won't die on you unless you promise.
I promise.
Thank you. When held captive in South Korea, Domino was heavily sedated, compromising her memory of the experience. Her mind recalls an intermediate mess of sensations. Bright lights burning her vision, a cold steel table grinding into her spine, the lick of scalpels on her skin, the hot flood of blood, tanks bubbling, flesh cauterizing, voices whispering. But one element remains concrete and constant, the man with the peacock tattoo. Her vision of him has been telepathically confirmed by Jean, who mind-scanned one of the dying assassins and conjured his visage. They know little beyond his cream suit and the design inked onto the back of his hand. He wore a mask, which I suspect to be made of labradorite. Labradorite occurs in Newfoundland, Finland, Genosha, and Russia. It is said to be a stone with a magic connection to transformation and protection. He appears to be the head of a shadow organization, united against mutant kind. The flesh factory in which Domino was housed, and the experiment she endured indicates an attempt to cheat evolution and create super soldier competition, which is the same threatening calculus of Orcus. The entire lab and its product have been decimated. It is unfortunate news, but a setback is different than a failure, and we will continue to. How much did this cost us? I'm sorry, I said, how much did this cost us? There is the cost of time and the cost in money. It is difficult to quantify. This is true of so much, yes. I have so far supplied Xeno with tens of millions of rubles. And what have I received in return? Then again, our friend is speaking out of turn. Would you mind? It is difficult to quantify, like you say, but I am fairly certain I am at a loss, and I do not like to lose. So I'm going to make a suggestion about a change of plans. You want Xeno to be a democracy. But do you think that Krakoa is a democracy? No. Because democracy is weakness. In the same way, slinking around in the shadows is weakness. I'm going to make a suggestion now. A resolution of strength. And a declaration of war. Okay, I don't know who that is, but he just tore his man up. Interesting turn. They haven't even found Xeno yet, and it seems like they're about to get a change in management. So this has gotten very interesting in a really unexpected way. When looking back on Domino's history, her origins, and what she endured was quite horrific. She was made to be like a super soldier herself. Many divisions of Weapon X, or the Weapon Plus program, tried to make super soldiers by different means, whether it be humans taking serums to turn into super soldiers, hybrid machine, mutant testing like what was done with Weapon X. There was a lot of different kind of splinter programs going on, and she was part of one of them. Now it seems like this has come full circle for her, so I can imagine this is very traumatizing and very triggering for her. A very trauma-heavy couple of issues focusing on both Colossus and Domino. We don't really know as much about what happened to Colossus, except that he was injured to the point of almost dying. trying to protect mutant Russian refugees and help them get back to Krakoa, which he succeeded in doing. But it has left him with a severe case of avoidance, it seems like, and I understand that feeling. So I really relate to both of these characters and their journey right now. So this is really good. If you like this episode, please give me that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Join the crew, and I'll see you in the next issue.